Violent crime in Hampton Roads is increasing, and the number of shooting investigations has local and federal agencies banding together to get criminals and weapons off the streets.
But one question many people have is, how are these guns getting into the wrong hands? Angela Vargas breaks down how the rise in violence is impacting families and how law enforcement officers are trying to solve the crimes.
Sierra Jenkins, Devon Malik Harris, Marquel Andrews, Talon Rogers, and Alyssa Wash Rogers, and so many others in Hampton Roads have lost their lives to gun violence this year. Now families are coping and remembering them every day.
Ever since he passed away, I come out the front door and the sun is right here.
Calvin Harris says his brother, 25-year-old Devon Malik Harris, who goes by Malik, is always with him. Malik was shot and killed on Granby Street. Virginian pilot journalist Sierra Jenkins and Marquel Andrews also died in that shooting over a spilled drink. Harris says his sadness turned to frustration.
And really, it's not grieving, it's anger. I'm angry.
Norfolk police say they believe they caught the man who shot them, but Harris still has questions.
Was it worth it? Was what you did worth it?
Another question comes to mind: where are the guns coming from?
Typically, many of the cities in Hampton Roads are amongst the highest number of traced firearms in the state of Virginia particularly.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, or ATF agents, work with Hampton Roads police officers to solve cases. In 2020, ATF data shows every city in Hampton Roads ranked at the top of the list for the number of guns recovered. Resident agent in charge Jason Kushiba, who leads the ATF task force in Norfolk, says the agency's work is not slowing down.
It means law enforcement's doing their job. They're making contact with possessors of crime guns, and they're recovering them and taking them off the streets. So it is a good thing, but it could also be indicative of a rise of crime guns being present on the street as well.
In Virginia Beach, Police Chief Paul Newdigate says many of the guns are stolen.
A large percentage of handguns that are being stolen out of vehicles. Stolen out of residents. You know, we talk about straw purchases, and that is definitely something that we're paying attention to.
Harris knows justice will come, but closure is long to follow.
Justice don't bring my brother back. It just put another black man in jail for something stupid he done. When is Virginia gonna put something in place to save the kids? That's when it starts, when they're young.
But he says his plea for peace and the names of the many victims will live on. In Norfolk, Angelo Vargas, 13 News Now.
An ATF spokesperson says under 2 years ago, the Bureau has added an office on the peninsula to combat violent crime, which significantly helps overall operations and solving crimes throughout Hampton Roads.